Is it possible to eat well for $5 a day in 2024? Let's find out. Welcome to Schmindian. My name is Paul Singh, and inflation is kicking my ass. Just like it's kicking your ass. All of our asses are being kicked right now. I don't think there's any debating that. Food prices are ridiculous. So I wanted to see, in fact, if I could spend $5 a day on food and not hate myself. In fact, really enjoy my food. I didn't want to just survive on $5 a day. I wanted to eat well on $5 a day. So I did what anyone would do, and I asked the internet. And the internet was skeptical. I don't know if you know this, but the internet can be a very pessimistic place. But back to $5 a day. Can I do it? I did it. And yes, it can be done. I asked myself a very basic question. Dollar for dollar, penny for penny, what is the most delicious food on earth? And, unsurprisingly, it was Indian food. Isn't that funny how Indian food is the answer to a question on an Indian food channel? But it really is though. The beauty of Indian food is that it's not only delicious, it's also cheap. India has historically been one of the poorest countries in the world, and if there's one thing poor people are good at, it's taking something that doesn't cost a whole lot of money and making something great out of it. And when you got an entire country of people doing that, they're gonna come up with some good stuff. In this case, we came up with some great food. And how do I know that Indian food is one of the most delicious foods in the world? Look around. Every country in the world has Indian food restaurants. Can you say that, Germans? No, you can't. Stick to making cars. Even in the UK, one of the snobbiest countries in the world, their favorite food is Indian food. And those guys actually invaded us and ruled us for a while. And now look at us. We got one of our guys running your country.
I've just been to Buckingham Palace and accepted His Majesty the King's invitation to form a government in his name.
For a little while.
I will shortly be seeing His Majesty the King to offer my resignation as Prime Minister.
In your face, UK. So now that we've established that Indian food is both delicious and cheap, let's talk about how I ate for $5 a day. Now, I live in Canada and I eat all kinds of food. I usually eat Indian food for dinner and then something else for lunch and something else for breakfast. And the food costs of my dinner were way lower than the cost of my lunch and my breakfast. And my dinner was also the tastiest meal I ate that day. So I thought if I could just replace my lunch with Indian food as well and then have some kind of breakfast that I can put together that's also cheap, I think I can do this. So I tried it and the results were good. So first things first, I had to take care of breakfast. Now I don't know about you, but I am a zombie in the morning. I am barely functional, so I kept breakfast real simple. I either ate some form of oatmeal like this. This has chocolate protein powder in it, but you can put in whatever you want. Or I ate eggs and toast like this. Now you can make the eggs whatever way you like and put anything on the toast, but it has to be cheap. The oatmeal cost about $1 and the eggs and toast cost about $1 as well. The cost of eggs and bread tend to fluctuate depending on your location, but do your best. So eggs and toast multiple ways or oatmeal multiple ways. Now on to my favorite part, which is lunch and dinner. And this is where the miracle of Indian food happens. Because everything here is really delicious and also really cheap. So the way I did it is I structured my meals to include one protein dish, one vegetable dish, and one carb, and some yogurt on the side. Anyway, here's everything I ate for lunch and dinner, and I'll go through them one by one. For protein, I used a rotation of my favorite lentil and legume dishes because they are much cheaper than eating meat. Sorry to the carnivores out there, but the cheapest way to get protein is plant-based. And here's what I made. We got masoor dal, which cost 67 cents a bowl, rajma, aka red beans, for 77 cents, chickpeas, aka chana masala, aka chole, for 92 cents. Lobia, aka black-eyed peas, for $1.01 a bowl. Yes, I'm counting pennies here. This is no joke. And moong dal for a whopping $1.04 a bowl. And those are my proteins. Cheap, delicious, and plant-based. Even though I'm a meat eater, I didn't miss eating meat because these were all so delicious. Then I chose 6 vegetable dishes to go with them. In India, we learned to cook vegetables in a spicy way, and we call it sabji, and these are my sabjis. We got saag, aka the tastiest way to eat greens, 40 cents a bowl. That is unbelievable. Saag is so good for you and so cheap and so delicious. It's really amazing. Next, aloo gobi, aka cauliflower and potato curry, 49 cents a bowl. We got mixed veg. This is carrots, peas, potatoes, but really spicy and delicious, for 55 cents. We got bindi masala, aka okra, also for 55 cents. And I love eggplant so much that I put 2 eggplant dishes in the rotation. I made bangan aloo, which is eggplant and potato sabji, for 42 cents, and also bangan bharta, which is roasted eggplant mash, for 48 cents. Now for the carbs. I made rotis for the unbeatable price of 6 cents each, and sometimes I would make bhatura, which is like deep fried pizza dough, for 15 cents each. I'd also throw in a good old bowl of rice for 12 cents a bowl. I also included a side of yogurt for 44 cents a bowl, which took up a big chunk of my budget, but I felt it was necessary. Yogurt adds probiotics, extra protein, and it helps regulate the spice level of the meal. And it just tastes really good. It adds a coldness and crispness to all these robust flavors, so yogurt's important. And this is my 30-day lunch and dinner menu that I had to choose from. I didn't want to just eat the same thing over and over again. I wanted to have variety. So I put all these dishes into a spreadsheet and I just mixed and matched them and made combos. So one combo would last for 4 meals, and that would take care of 2 days worth of lunches and dinners, so not bad. One combo would last 2 days, 15 combos would last for 30 days. Now, if you really wanted to buckle down and save money, you could just eat the cheapest combination, but I would definitely get bored eating the same combo every day, so I made sure to have a variety of combos. And I enjoyed it so much that I actually gave all of my combos names. So here's all 15 of my combos, along with their unit cost. Combo number 1, I called the Golden Goose. We got roti, masoor dal, yogurt, aloo gobi for a total cost of $172. I ate that up and kept it moving with combo number 2. Shy Witch. It's called Shy Witch because we've got black-eyed peas, which sounds like something a witch would eat. We also have bindi masala, which is made of okra, and the skin of okra feels like the skin of a dragon. Again, seems like something a witch would eat. But these are both vegetarian, so it's not an aggressive witch that would eat those. This is more of like something a shy witch would eat. Roti and yogurt stay the same. Total cost, $2.12. We're going to call that a win and move on to combo number 3. Weighted Blanket. Because this combo is as comforting as a weighted blanket. We got rajma and rice, we got mixed veg sabji, and of course yogurt on the side. Total cost, $1.88. That whole thing costs less than a McDonald's cheeseburger. We're going to eat that up and keep it moving. To combo number 4, Diesel Dreams. Because this is chole and bhatura. This is the dish that all of the truck stops in India serve to long-haul truckers. It gives you a ton of energy and it's really delicious. And basically keeps the entire supply chain of India running. Well, it keeps the people who run the supply chain running, so we call that Diesel Dreams. Shout out to the long-haul truckers. We had some saag and yogurt on the side, and we're coming in at a whopping $2.06. Eat that up and move on to combo number 5, Good Grenade. We call this Good Grenade because this is a flavor explosion. Moong dal, 2 rotis, bangan aloo, yogurt of course. Total cost, $2.02. That was delicious, but we gotta move on to combo number 6, Wi-Fi. Because these flavors are well connected. Roti stays, yogurt stays, we add in masoor dal and bangan bharta. Total cost, $1.71. As good as it was, we gotta disconnect and move on to combo number 7, The Getaway. Because this combo is so good and so cheap that you're going to feel like you stole something. We got rice, black-eyed peas, aloo gobi, yogurt of course. Total cost, $2.06. One of the more expensive combos, but still affordable. We're going to eat that up and keep it moving. To combo number 8, which we call Trumbo because these flavors tell an epic story. Roti, rajma, bindi masala, yogurt. Total cost, $1.88. We're going to shout out Dalton Trumbo and keep it moving to combo number 9, Steph Curry. Because this combo never misses. Ironically, I forgot to put bhaturas down for this because I got distracted while I was shooting this video. So sorry to Steph Curry for ruining your combo, but it is what it is, man. I'm just going to comp it in. No one's going to notice anyway. And we got chole, bangan aloo, bhatura, and yogurt of course. Total cost, $2.08. Shout out to Steph Curry and let's keep it moving. To combo number 10, Canceled Plans. You know that feeling of euphoria and happiness you get when someone cancels plans at the last minute? That's what this combo feels like. 2 rotis, green dal, bangan bharta, yogurt of course. Total cost, $2.08. If I ever make plans with you and you cancel at the last moment, I will love you forever. Let's get this out of the way and make room for combo number 11, Hangover Heaven. This combo is not only cheap and delicious, also really good for hangovers. I don't know why. Rice, masoor dal, mixed veg, yogurt of course. Total cost, $1.78. Let's eat all that, sober up, and get ready for combo number 12, Head Trauma. Because this combo is so good that it will make you forget all of your problems. And believe me, I've got a lot of problems. Roti, black-eyed peas, saag, yogurt, total cost, $1.97. I might have a lot of problems, but eating delicious food for cheaply ain't one of them. Moving on to combo number 13, Compound Interest. Because the more you eat this combo, the tastier it gets. Rice, rajma, aloo gobi, yogurt, total cost, $1.82. Eat that up and move on to combo number 14, Hot Chick Heck. We're not talking about girls, we're talking about chickpeas, aka chole. We got our classic chole with our classic bhatura. Add to that bangan bharta and side of yogurt, and we're coming in at a smooth $2.14. It's hot, it's chicky, but we're moving on. To combo number 15, The Closer. I wish I came up with something more creative, but that's what I came up with. Roti, moong dal, mixed veg, yogurt. Total cost, $2.15. Now I punched all these combos with their unit cost into a spreadsheet. When I added them all up over the course of a month, they ended up averaging $4.94 a day. So I had a 6-cent margin of error. Not too shabby. And that's it. That's how you eat like a king on peasant prices. Now, if you're interested in learning how to make some of these recipes, I've posted links in the description below. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, and YouTube will notify you when I put a new video out. Here's a couple of recipes to get you started. Right there and right there. Other than that, have a good day.